For the last 5 months, I've been building this 55-game Switch collection for no money out of pocket, and we've come away with gems like Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and Just Die Already. But after extensive research into the best games in history, I've realized my collection has some holes. What the heck? As it turns out, there are 15 Switch games rated a 92 or above on Metacritic. Of those, 1 is digital only and 6 more are already in the collection, leaving 8 games I need to collect to officially say I own the greatest Switch games of all time. And to find those games, I've come all the way out to Richmond, Kentucky. I don't have a drone, all right, folks? This is the best zoom out I could get. Hi. I've got 8 games on my list and $0 in my Switch budget, folks. This is Mission Switch. And folks, look at this stop number 1. Do you see what I see? There it is right there, Mario Kart Deluxe 8. Easily one of the all-time great party games on the Nintendo Switch. The problem is, it's 50 bucks. Now, you guys might know, I normally hate buying sealed games, but we're at this Walmart for a very specific reason. And that reason is, since we're only building the Switch collection with money from video game flips, the fact that there are some hidden clearance games at this store will be huge. And I know from our video game reseller Discord that this game has been on hidden clearance at other locations. The only question is it actually marked down from $20 at this one? So I just brought up my Walmart app to check the price right here. Let's see. Look at that. Yes, 8 bucks. And since I know we'll be able to get $10 for it after fees on Amazon, that starts our Switch budget out with a huge $2 profit. Only 48 away from our first list game. Let's go. I'm actually still cautiously optimistic though, because look at all of these unmarked games down here. I'm fairly sure that some of these titles have also been marked down to $8 based on what I've seen in the Discord. So I'm gonna go get an employee and start scanning them. Oh my gosh, folks, I could not have dreamed of a better first stop of the day. All right, so folks, huge shout out to Anna, the Walmart employee, for being incredibly helpful and helping me scope out these sweet Switch deals. Now, you guys all know we started out with $2 in the Switch budget from this good old Fortnite game. Huge $2 profit. But then we found all these gems as well. We're talking $7 profit a piece on NASCAR, $10 profit on Adventure Time, and then a humble $2 profit a piece on these sealed Ben 10 games, which both were $8 by the way. Now, after all of these, the Switch budget was at a nice little $30, which unfortunately I realized was not enough to get us the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that I wanted. However, it was exactly enough to buy us this little gem right here, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. This right here is a 2D adventure game. I actually played through a good bit of Ori and the Blind Forest. It was a little bit slow for me, but then again, this one is rated significantly higher. So I am incredibly stoked that it is officially the first one off of our Switch list. But folks, this was not the end of our Walmart scores. Oh no. Because after that, as I was walking past the Xbox section, I spied these bad boys. I pretty much never see these sealed 360 games. I mean, how insane is this? 4 sealed Xbox 360 games at a Walmart? That can wants to be the star of the show. Sorry, your parents never loved you. At a buy cost of $12 a piece, these will get us $9 profit each, which means that even after buying our Ori game, we're going into the next stop with a sweet $36 Switch budget. So our next stop of the day is gonna be this game exchange behind me for some Switch games, but can I just say how tickled I am at how well this day is going? I was honestly low-key worried that we wouldn't find a single one of those 8 games in this whole video, because honestly, they're not very easy to find, so the fact that we've started out the video on a win is huge. Folks, this year we have been amping it up here at Phoenix Resale. We've literally been selling over 100 Switch games per week. And folks, when you're selling literally dozens of copies of Super Monkey Ball or Bakugan Champions of Vestroia, if your shipping isn't on point, things can get hairy real quick, which is where this video's sponsor ShipStation comes into play. Huge online retailers have made for stiff competition for small businesses like us. And if your shipping game isn't top notch, it can be even tougher to stay competitive. With ShipStation, you can ship with the speed and confidence of the big guys, all while knowing that you're getting the best deal possible. When you use ShipStation, you can lower shipping costs, tackle returns with ease, and keep your customers happy. It lets you automate shipping tasks, print shipping labels, and easily compare rates and delivery times to optimize every shipment. So if you've got a bin like this of inventory to ship out, you can rest easy knowing that it will be as simple and easy as possible. And with the best discounts around, you never have to worry about overpaying for shipping starting again. Keep growing your business all year long with ShipStation. Go to shipstation.com/PhoenixResale to sign up for a 60-day free trial. That's shipstation.com/PhoenixResale. All right, folks, so we've got the illustrious Switch section here. Honestly looks pretty promising, but before we dive into it too heavy, I want to take a quick poke around and see if we can find any more flippable stuff to build our budget a little bit. For example, I saw this Nightmare Before Christmas Funko calendar and thought, oh, that's interesting, I should look it up on Amazon. But as it turns out, I would get 10 bucks after fees, and it's priced at 40. And that is not how I became rich.
And that's how I became dirt poor.
They also had a really solid section of complete PSP games, which is usually a good sign, but the only one that would make me any money at all is this Arcade Treasures, and it was literally $1, so we'll pass on that. Ooh, but folks, I just spotted a super underrated gem. Check this out. Barbie and her sister's Puppy Rescue, just priced down to 13, will bring me 28 after fees on Amazon. So thanks very much to Barbie and her sister, who hopefully will earn a name one day. Ooh, this may also, oh dang, it looks like the price is caught up. Literally last week they were selling this for $10, and now they've bumped it up to 40 because that's actually what it goes for now after the movie drop. Ooh, do you think they did the same thing with their PS3 copies? Let's see. Ooh, folks, 14 bucks. That could actually be really promising. Let's see. Ooh, 14. That one feels complete. And 14. But folks, this here is the moment of truth, bringing up the Amazon seller app. Let's see. Okay. Not quite as good as the Xbox 360 version, but hey, I'll definitely take 10 a piece on those. For those of you keeping track at home, and hopefully you do a better job of it than Riff does.
I love that Caleb just made fun of me, but look at this idiot. Look what's the next clip. Mikey, get a load of this idiot. He starts recording the next audio with his microphone facing his chest, and it's scratching the whole time.
These would be, okay, Has Been Heroes. That brings us to a whopping $81 Switch budget, which I think is more than enough to take a peek at these. I think these are more or less alphabetized. The biggest thing I'm looking for is Mario Kart. Let's see, shoot. It is looking like we're probably out of luck with Mario Kart, and this is what I mean, folks. Like, even the most popular titles, if you're trying to find used copies, it's not always the easiest. Undertale would be down here. No, looks like they don't have that. No Tetris Effect. Yep, folks, this is a very interesting quandary, because looking at my list here, it looks like they actually don't have a single game we're looking for, which brings up an interesting question of whether to get games here that I want but aren't on the list, or hold out our budget for a future stop hoping that we'll find them. For example, this Siberia 1 and 2 at 15 is a screaming deal. This is really hard to find for under like 30 bucks. Also, Eastward right here is another like indie kind of a game that I would love to have in the collection. And I have to be honest, folks, I really don't know what to do about these, because I would love to have these in the collection. I think what I'm gonna do is take another quick look around, and if I can find some more profit to justify these, I'll just buy them. Ooh, and folks, these might be some great contenders right here. Amiibo stuff often does really well for me on Amazon, like above eBay prices, so I'm gonna check the prices on all these. Looks like 30 on that, and see if there's any margin to be squeezed out of them. Margin to be squeezed. Not gonna lie, folks, I do kind of regret that word choice. Ooh, it's a me. Money-o. Oh, folks, this one's bumming me out. This is 30 bucks. Would have been 50 after fees on Amazon, but look at this. It's got some slight water damage on the back, and I just know if I try to sell this as new, some Amiibo collector's gonna be like,
I don't want that. My parents love me. Meh, meh.
All right, folks, just finished the Amiibos, and let's just say that is how I became rich.
Stop being greedy.
Oh, folks, those Amiibos came in absolutely clutch. We're gonna end up getting like 40 bucks, 10 bucks, and $20 in profit on these or so, which brought our total Switch budget up to $153. So you guys know I had to splurge and get the Eastward and Siberia, which unfortunately does not help us cross anything off of our great game list, but does add 2 games to the Switch collection. Excuse me, sir. Can you see I'm trying to do something here? Some people, man. And folks, despite our honestly slightly slow start to our checklist here, I'm still very optimistic because we're going into our next stop with $115 in the Switch budget. And folks, you know what else? I'm done giving Chipotle free advertising till they sponsor me, because today is day number 1 of giving Qdoba free advertising until Chipotle sponsors me. Yeah, you like that, Chipotle? No more free advertising for you. How do you like them apples?
Qdoba. It's so delicious. All right, you know what, folks? Honestly, this just makes me sad. I can't even pretend like Chipotle.
please respond to my email. Oh, and speaking of sad disappointments, let's go to GameStop. We're checking out, folks, Persona 5 Royal. That is one of the games that's on our list, but unfortunately wrong console. Also, folks, check this out. This is crazy. $39 for Car Mechanic Simulator, but look what it goes for on Amazon. $53 after fees. That's wild. But the manager actually just let me know that he's gonna have to close the store in literally 3 minutes for a lunch break because he's the only one here, so we have to book it over there. I'm not mostly looking for new stuff, mostly looking in the used section. Let's see, do they have Mario Kart? No. And look at this, they do have Mario Kart in the new section, but it's $60 and it was $50 at Walmart. Dang it. I'm honestly not seeing anything else that we need here in the used Switch section. The only positive thing is I did see Persona 5 Royal in the new section for $30, which isn't the best deal, but we have enough of a budget. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger. Well, folks, I guess I have to eat my words about GameStop a little bit because that was a very successful stop. Because we did nab a quick and unexpected $15 profit with Car Mechanic Simulator and spent $30 to come away with our second list game of the day, Persona 5 Royal. Now, it's no secret that I'm not a huge JRPG guy, but if I'm going to try my hand at one, I honestly do think that it should be the Persona series. So after the expense of Persona and the profit from the Mechanic Simulator game, we're now at a nice even $100 Switch budget going into what might be our only pawn shop of the day, Dan's Discount. Oh, well, folks, unfortunately, they did not have a single Switch game in this pawn shop, but nonetheless, it was still a fruitful stop. Got this DSi XL little bad boy here for $60, and my last one on Amazon sold for $100 after fees. That puts our Switch budget at a crazy $140, and given the success of that initial Walmart, I think we need to hit another one of those. Okay, I lied. I found another Dan's. Oh my gosh. What are the odds? That's crazy. They gave this one to me for $60 too. What are the odds? $180 Switch budget has never looked so good. And folks, if there's anything you take away from this video, or honestly this whole Mission Switch series, it has to be that opportunity is everywhere. That was a little Bush tripod action, by the way. I mean, it's now been, what, 5 stops in a row that we've been able to find something to flip on Amazon to build our budget. And it's not just true with video games, folks. You might not even like video games if you don't, by the way. Thank you so much for watching. But for you, it may be Pokemon cards or sneakers or boat parts. The reality is, whatever it is, whatever you're interested in, making money can be so much fun if you do it with something that you already love. That's the heart of this channel, what this series is all about. And would you look at that, folks? We've got both of our last stops of the day, Walmart and a GameStop. I say let's hit GameStop first and hopefully save the best for last. Okay, I actually lied a little bit about GameStop. Turns out no one's allowed to record in there, and also, they had no Switch games. Or at least none of the ones that we're looking for, so Walmart it is. All right, so looking at their low dollar Switch section, I'm not seeing any of the like $8 ones from our first stop, but it honestly doesn't matter a ton. Oh, look at that. They even marked the Fortnite collection there as $8. That's interesting. It really doesn't matter a ton at this point though, because since we have $180, it really just comes down to what games they actually have in stock. Ooh, but folks, look what I just spied down there. Check that out. Looks like a little mini marked clearance section of Switch games. Oh, I'm seeing Ghostbusters, Game Builder Garage for $30, Spyro, and Monster Hunter. Looks like not anything that we're particularly interested in. As far as games that are on our list, let's see, we got the Marios here, Mario. Okay, wait, do they not have Mario Kart? Hold on, Mario favorite. Anything? Yes, there it is. Okay, also for $50. I never thought I'd be so excited for a standard Mario Kart game. I also saw one thing that we're looking for is Bayonetta 2. They do have Bayonetta 3 here, but I don't see 2 so far. Anything over here? Oh, also Undertale is another one. Undertale anywhere? No. The Switch section honestly isn't huge at this location. Hades is another one. Hades anywhere? Dang, folks, this is honestly looking bleak. So folks, given that they only have one of the 5 or 6 games that I really wanted, the question becomes how to spend the rest of our budget. Because if I can't get a game that everyone agrees is great, I at least want to get something that I know I'll enjoy. For example, I've really been wanting to try out Fire Emblem Engage recently, and let's be honest, I'm not likely to find that in used condition anytime soon. Also, Cuphead is one I was super excited when they announced was coming to the Switch. At this point, Editor If is probably gonna brag about how good he is at Cuphead.
I mean, I did perfect run the game on Expert, and because of that, I did get it tattooed on my body.
Nobody cares, dude.
What's on your head?
Also, I could always go for Bayonetta 3 just to try to get as close as I can to Bayonetta 2. Is that worth it? And who could forget, I've literally been talking about Mario Strikers for like 5 videos now. But then again, it's not every day that you come across a box of uncommon clearance Switch games. So I mean, clearly there are tons of good options here. The question is, with our remaining budget, what do I pick? Dang it. Well, folks, I do have to say, even though we weren't that close to getting every Switch game on our list, I have to say, this was still a pretty killer day of Switch hunting in my book. If you guys are hungry for a little bit more GameStop Switch hunting shenanigans, check out the next video in the series right down here, and I will catch you guys on the flip.